Welcome to the 5 steps to implement an alignment training program from Acquip Incorporated. Hello, I'm Damian Josephsberg. Thank you for joining me for this presentation. Throughout this presentation, you will be taken through the 5 easy steps that it will take to implement your own alignment training program. At the end of this presentation, you will be given information on how you can have Acquip assist you in implementing your own in-house alignment training program. All it takes is 5 steps to implement your own in-house alignment training program. The first step is to identify goals. What are the goals to your training? Who will be trained? And what will they be trained on? The next step will be to determine where the training will be conducted. Will you conduct the training in-house? Will you hire an outside contractor to come in? Will you send people to other outside facilities to get trained? You're going to have to establish realistic alignment tests. The tests that you use to check the skills of your personnel have to reflect the kinds of alignment that are performed and the level of training that they have had. The fourth step is to make a schedule for retesting and retraining. Just because personnel have been trained once doesn't mean that they shouldn't be trained again. And also new hires will have to get trained. The fifth and final step is to incorporate training to fit into an alignment maintenance program. Your alignment program has to include training in order to ensure that all alignment is getting performed to standard. The first step is to identify goals. You need to know where you want to go before you can figure out how to get there. So the first question that you should ask is, how many personnel will you train? Are you going to train your full maintenance staff to do alignments? Or are you going to select a few people to be in charge of all the alignments? Within the people you are training, are you going to have one level of expertise? Or are you going to break out to different levels of expertise where some people will be in charge of just doing simple alignments and have other personnel that are trained to do more higher level alignment operations? What will the training personnel be responsible for? Are your maintenance personnel only going to be in charge of doing the simple alignments, such as a pump motor alignment? Are you going to call in outside contractors to do your more complicated alignments? Or is your maintenance staff going to be in charge of all the alignments you have in your facility? How will training be conducted? This will largely depend on some of the other questions that we have already asked. Who will be trained? Are you going to train your whole maintenance staff? If you have a very large maintenance staff, it may be more economically suitable to conduct your training in-house. If your maintenance staff that is going to be trained is very large, then it may be necessary to have one of the personnel as an on-site trainer. Either you are going to go to an outside facility and have a contractor train your personnel in alignment, or you can have an outside contractor come to your facility to train your maintenance personnel. Or you can make someone in-house an on-site trainer. How often will training be reinforced? This will mostly depend on how often the maintenance personnel that are trained to perform alignment actually go out and use their skills. If they don't go out and reinforce what they have learned very often, they are going to have to be retrained more frequently. How will new hires be trained? Are you going to incorporate new hires into an existing training program? Or are you going to send them out to an outside contractor to be trained as they are hired? After maintenance personnel have been trained in an alignment training class, you need to make sure that the training has been accomplished. We do this by creating a minimum standard for the alignment. There will be a minimum standard that will be different for basic alignment training and a more advanced alignment training. For basic alignment training, a realistic alignment standard would be to perform a single coupling alignment with a pump motor. The conditions that this should be accomplished are on a simulator and in a classroom environment. These are the most ideal conditions and tests for someone who has just completed a basic alignment course. These standards are ones that should be completed for a minimum skill level. The first way to be tested is with a written exam. This should be a very extensive exam that can test all the aspects of alignment procedure, the different scenarios of an alignment, and should also include alignment tolerances. Once a written exam has been completed, the test should also include a field exam. This is going to have to actually take place out in the field performing an alignment. At the very least, it should take place on a simulator in a classroom environment. Which maintenance personnel have been trained on a written test and in the field? You need to track the progress of their alignment training, and we do this through periodic retesting that will ensure personnel stay up to date on alignment procedures and tools. There may be new alignment tests that get added to retrain the personnel, while alignment procedures may be getting updated. You may purchase new alignment tools, or there may be new technology that comes out on the market that your maintenance personnel have to use to apply to their alignment tasks. Retraining also enables personnel to increase their skill level and learn new techniques and new alignment tools. Alignment training should be incorporated into an overall alignment program. An alignment program should consist of a few different things. First of all, you should determine a schedule for machines to be aligned. This can coincide with any sort of vibration analysis that you are doing that will flag machines when they need to be aligned. It is very critical that machines are aligned on a periodic basis. You need to identify acceptable alignment tolerances. These alignment tolerances will either come from the machine manufacturer or they will come from coupling manufacturers. You should schedule training to allow personnel to align machines to acceptable alignment standards. Finally, all alignment should be documented. Why is Acquip Incorporated the best choice for your alignment training needs? We take current technology and apply it to new problems. We continually think outside of the box to solve problems that are out of the ordinary. We have experienced alignment engineers with hands-on experience that are dedicated to training real-world alignment problems. And remember, at Acquip, alignment is our business. Thank you for joining me for this presentation. For more information on Acquip products and services, you can contact our sales office at 407-401-9343. For any technical questions, you can contact operations at 305-538-7101. You can always find us on the internet at www.acquip.com, or you could send us an email at info@acquip.com. Remember, at Acquip, alignment is our business.